Hello everyone, it's Loretta. Thank you for joining me today. I started to film this like 3 times now and didn't have any success because somebody forgot to charge the battery for the camera before she started filming. I'm not sure who that was. Oh wait, it was me. Alright guys, listen, this is going to be a long video. So my suggestion is go ahead and go to the bathroom and grab yourself something to drink or a snack or whatever. Of course, since this is being recorded and posted to YouTube, you can always pause it and do those things as we go along. This is a very large haul video, and before I show you what I bought, I do want to preface this by saying that I've saved a very long time to go to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Duluth, Georgia. I never do anything that is beyond my means or my budget, and I use a lot of coupons. So just keep that in mind, and just because you see me buy something doesn't mean you need to buy it. If you have questions about anything I bought or how I plan to use them, just leave me a comment down below or a question down below and I'll answer that. Of course, as always, you can contact me via social media on Facebook, Instagram, and of course email me. So that information, I hope, will be in the description box down below. So let's get started. The first thing is this adorable little tote. Now this was what we received for doing the swap. I did the Saturday swap and it was a lot of fun. So just a cute little bag, and I did have my cards in here. I'm not sure actually where I put them right now, so anyway, that might be a video for a different day. I'm just going to kind of show you guys stuff and just not really describe it, but if you do, like I said, have questions, just, let me know. Isn't that cute? It's huge too, by the way, but it will fit on your Big Shot machine for those of you who are like me and have that particular machine. This is the dies for the stamp set, and there are dies for the other one. I've ordered the dies for these. They ran out of them at the booth. This is one of those multiple stamping layer stamps, which I think are fabulous. It's such a great idea. They get well set. That one has matching dies. A sentiment set with matching dies. I hope everyone has had a great week. I have, obviously. It was a really fun trip. I stayed at the Embassy Suites Hilton, literally right on the same street as the exhibit hall. I could have walked should I have chosen to do so. However, it was like 90 degrees and 100% humidity, so I decided that probably was not a good thing for me to do. And so, that's how it is. As you get a little bit older, you tend to not have the energy you do when you were younger. I used to have a whippersnapper stamp that said don't get tangled in the tinsel or something like that. I hope I can find it for that image. Or I can just computer generate one. That would be great too. I obviously still have to put all of this stuff away. There was lots of bling. These bling actually were, some of them were free with purchase, and I did actually get some bling from Queen & Company. I won their door prize. So, it was really kind of cool. It's a very well-oiled machine for the most part. I did have to, unfortunately, make a written complaint about one class that I took, but I'm not going to get into that because I would dare not embarrass someone. The whole situation was bad enough, and I ended up just having to leave the class. It was better than standing up and saying, hey, look, you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, and that sounds ugly, but it's not meant to be, which is why I left. But, you know, sometimes things just don't work out. This is one of my favorites. I am so excited about this die. It would be such a cute little die for Christmas. Of course, I can see these little guys with wobbles underneath their heads. Daisies are so cute. I can see these as Shrinky Dinks. Anybody who watches my channel already understands that. Hopefully we're not going to hear a big crash behind me from me just stacking stuff up, because I wanted to share it with you before I put it away. And I bought 2 packs of this. There was only one booth that had any Doodlebug. I think it was Nicole Peterson Designs, I'm not sure. And so I bought the 2 Wild Things, I think is the name of the set, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called At the Zoo, sorry. From her booth. And I want to give you guys a hint. If you do buy paper packs like this that have the preview strips on the outside, this paper that they print this on is archival. So if you wanted to cut around this and use it for strips for borders or something, just saying. Which, by the way, is what I plan to do. I love this side. I can actually see this put together because of the way that the fold lines are as a luminary. I love my treat boxes. I have no idea, none, what I'm going to do with that stamp, but I wanted it. And this guy, if you happen to follow me at all, you may or may not know that I collect cows, and I love them. I bought some different stuffed cows and little figurines. You get the picture. Anyway, this video is long enough. So, let's continue on. This is a stamp and die set. Like I said, I apologize for the mess. This is a new release from My Favorite Things. These are the 3D pop-up cards. There are quite a few videos on how to put these together and make them on the Art Impressions website. They also gave me a calendar and 2 different idea books with my purchase, which was fabulous. Don't you love Mr. Turtle? I love Mr. Turtle. Now, this is one of their new, it's almost like a color slider or the magic slider die that is from Lawn Fawn. The only difference is this is longer and narrower than that, but you could use any image you wanted on this pull tab to reveal a sentiment or something different up underneath. So there's a billion ideas for it, and I bought a second. Remember, I'm coming close to 2,000 subbies, so keep that in mind. Tell your friends. The sooner I get to that mark, the sooner I'm going to do a giveaway. Now, my husband's getting ready to retire, which is why I bought this, but I love this camper, and there's someone out there that's going to get a card and a bunch of Shrinky Dinks done out of this. And if she ever watches my video, she knows exactly who she is. I just talked to her last week. Alrighty then. And these are some of the Elizabeth craft designs. There are lots of videos on how to shape the flowers. This is the new U stamp set. And this is a new puppy dog stamp set. As you guys may be aware, and those of you who are new to my channel, I actually have 4 dogs as Snickers, Abby, Molly, and Cooper. And so they are precious. This, I'm thinking about, would be really fun to do out of scraps of fabric and make them up for children or even chemo gifts, crafts. This is another one of the layered stamps. This is a chicken. I bought, I hope that didn't just do what I think it did. Oh. These are just seed beads. They're a little bit bigger than seed beads, but I thought that if you come open and spilled on my desk, that would not be fun. Queen & Company has their own type of storage sleeves, and I bought some extras. Their booth was so much fun. Their class was fabulous. Fabulous. I do have another video about their, they're called toppings, but they're basically shaker elements. And so these actually were part of a kit, and the kits now have been taken apart and put into a storage binder. But they have their own storage binder that takes these sleeves, and this is actually their foam, and you can die cut through it quite easily. So, and these are foam and acetate sheets, it looks like. I didn't really need acetate, but that's fine. I bought, finally, the Misty Creative Corners. Once again, there are lots of videos out there of how to use this. I'm super proud of this company. As many of you know, she has some copyright infringements, and they've all, that I know of right now, have been settled out of court. I took the Heartfelt Creations flower class. I did have my flower out, but frankly, it came out alright. It was my first time ever making, something like that. The only problem was it got squashed. But here's that calendar I was talking to you about, and here's a little monkey. Isn't he precious? And then this is the thing that makes the pop-up 3D pop-up cards from Art Impressions work. This is just a box that came with my class. Every single class I took, except for the one I wasn't happy about, the things that you got from taking the class, the supplies, completely covered the cost, probably plus some. Not to mention that I didn't have any single teacher that wasn't very kind, and the girl who I had a problem with her class, she was kind, she just didn't know what she was talking about. Anyway, they answered your questions and helped you if you got stuck on something, which I did in a couple cases. They helped you out. Christina, Crafty Paws, and I took a class together, and it was the Heartfelt Creations flower class. We had lunch together. She is such a beautiful person inside and out. I loved meeting her. We didn't take any pictures. It was just some girl time and much needed, I will tell you that. But she is as beautiful inside and out in person as she is online. And thank you, Christina, for being my little hostess. It was so much fun. Alright, I also did get a lanyard, but frankly, I have no idea where it is right now. I think it's actually in my suitcase because I had it on when I left and I just didn't take it off. I don't know if you guys can really appreciate this or not, but is this not the most stinking cute thing you have ever seen? It is a little teeny tiny grocery cart. And this little thing comes up just like a real grocery cart. It's got a little C. Isn't that precious? We're just saying. I'm surprised it doesn't have its own little seat belt. Anyway, the bottom, the way it's made, is just like a grocery cart. You can actually store a little acrylic block down here. I know. It is so precious, but Queen & Company had them, and they were free with a purchase of $25 or more. And it was a limit of one per person, and I was disappointed greatly. and other people in line who just pretty much knew that they were going to spend $150 and help themselves. And I don't know how the guys and girls who are working the register didn't just stop it, but if they say one per person, please be courteous of the people in line behind you and only do the one. Whether you're spending $1 and that's the minimum, or $100 and that's the minimum, just take one. Common courtesy. So, anyway, I need to stop preaching. I'm going to get myself in some trouble. Okay, one of my other classes was a fantastic art, or creative fantastic art. This is one of their image sheets, and you could buy these little kits, and they have glass bevels as well as a glass piece, I don't know, a base piece, and all you do is you match up your image and put a drop of like glossy accents on it, and then cut it out, and then just adhere it into the bevel. It's fabulous. This class was so much fun. We were laughing and cutting up, and she was patient. She actually set up a little mini booth right there outside of our classroom because it was so late by the time we were finished. And it couldn't have been nicer. I did create more pieces than these. It's kind of like working with memory glass. This is just stickers. If you've ever worked with any memory glass, it's kind of basically the same thing. There are, like I said, I did make some more, but I actually gave those away as gifts at church this morning. Alrighty then. Graphic 45. This was a class taught by Impressive Ideas, which is a local stamp company, or stamp store, I guess. I was so tired by the time I got to this class, I could not give myself enough encouragement to go to my car and get my paper trimmer or my glue. And so I just sat quietly in the back and listened and talked, and there was, of course, there were a couple questions as they were making it. The young girls there were so sweet, and one of them did give me a paper trimmer, so I did cut a few pieces, not many. But all of the instructions for this puppy are in this kit. I can't stress enough, for those of you who teach these classes, please have written instructions so that when I get home, I can read them. And if you don't, that's also fine, but give me some resource, like your YouTube channel, your email, so if I have questions or something isn't going right, I can talk to you. But it came with a whole bunch of paper, and it came with the little binder ring. It also came with some pages, but step-by-step instructions are right here. So when I get a chance, I can finally complete it. I think that in total they finished the front and back covers inside and out and one page inside the book. So hey, there's that. This was free. Free. There was a coupon for it. You did have to spend, I want to say it was $80 to get the free pack, but really, $80 and you save $25? Come on. It's double-sided. It is beautiful. And I can see using this as in those bevels. I can see using it in a configuration box. Yeah. And I said I wasn't going to talk, and here I am. This was the Missy class I took. This was just the package of goodies. The only feedback I'd have about this Missy class, this class itself was really good, but she gave us this little, like, round template of acetate to use to make like a wreath, which is, by the way, a really good idea, but it was so wonky I couldn't actually use it. And so I just decided, as far as that part of using a template was concerned, that was no big deal. I'll just, when I'm home, I'll find a circle and use it and make my own template. So anyway, we got a Card Maker magazine in our swap/class. discussion. It was so much fun. And so for those of you who are there, every single one of my cards was taken. That was fabulous. The girl who won, her design was precious. Anyway, it was really precious, and I got some really good cards out of the deal. But for a couple of folks who asked, yes, I really have been published a lot. If you look on my website, lorettaroger.com, up underneath the main header of my blog where it says, Stabbing with Loretta, there's a tab that says Published Works. It is not up to date. I haven't updated it since like March or April of last year when we started house hunting, sold our house, and moved, so it is not up to date, but it's only short by maybe 5 or 6 items. But anyway, if you have any questions about how to get published, what you should send, what you shouldn't, how to write it up, whatever, let me know. I keep saying I'm going to do a video, and I keep forgetting to do it. So, there's that. These are the cards. I knew I had them somewhere. And this little thing right here is just a packet of bling, and you see my pen where I took some notes. So. But even this card, simple, but it's that not beautiful embossed background, beautiful die cut piece with some pearl bling. Nice. Here's the class kit we got in the fantastic, create a fantastic tray pendant. So this is the kit, but the actual written instructions are in here. I haven't looked to see if there's any videos online. If you could quite honestly do, your own clip art. And then I bought this. This is just a die. And then I bought the flowering dogwood. Now, we got a coupon for 1 free stamp set, and I picked the flowering dogwood. And, of course, I just paid for the die on my own, so it was worth the money. I actually think that is probably it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, I did buy myself this tote this year. It's huge. It's really, really huge. And a lot of these companies, if you bought a good amount from them, they gave you a really nice tote as well, which was really nice. I had a rolling bag, so I just went back and forth several times to the coat check area and just put stuff in, and then go to the car every once in a while and dump it all out and start all over again. But I highly suggest, if you have the opportunity to go to these shows and they're close to where you live, that you do so. It is such a great learning experience. This is the first time I've taken any classes at one of these shows. I usually just go and shop and come home. But this time I did, rent the room, spend a couple of nights, enjoy the local culture, enjoy everybody I met and came in contact with. Everyone was so kind when it was at a booth. People said, please and thank you and excuse me, and if you actually, somebody bumped into you, it's always, oh, I'm so sorry, you're okay. So the manners in the South are still intact, and that's a fact for which I am so thankful. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Please give this video a thumbs up. That lets me know that you like them and you want to see more like it. So anyway, stand happy, be a blessing. I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.